Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Danielle and today we are going to talk about all things related to my carnivore journey and how things are going. If you are maybe thinking about going carnivore, I'm going to give you the brutal truth. Should you do it? Is it necessary? Do you lose weight? How do you feel? Are you starving? We're going to get into all the things. It's only been a week. I think it's today's day 7, zero carbs. So anyways, let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back. And yeah, so if you guys did not see, I think a video was maybe a week or two ago, I said I wanted to challenge myself and try carnivore. I ended up, one day I was cleaning and the video was playing in the background. You know how you press play and they play through a bunch of them? And Dr. Berry's video about the carnivore diet had started to play and I was kind of listening, and then I was kind of got my attention. And I was like, look, I've been doing really well on the no frills keto. Basically what I did is I took away from the lazy keto aspect that is very popular these days. So I stopped with the wraps, the breads, the store-bought cakes, anything labeled keto at a store, I did not eat it. I basically did like whole food keto and just cleaned it up. And it worked really, really well. The scale started to move. When I was doing that like lazy, dirty keto that again, you see a lot in a lot of videos, I was not losing weight because I was eating like a surplus, even though I was counting my net carbs and I was keeping them below 20 net carbs, my calories were in a massive surplus. So it was just a mess and I ended up gaining a lot of weight, and then I ended up quitting keto for a while because I was like, this isn't working anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. And literally one day I was like, I don't feel good eating. I need to, what did I do wrong? Aside from it being like 2020 and I did gain some weight, it was something I was eating, and so I sat down and I figured it out. And what I figured was that it was the frills. It was counting net carbs and not accounting for the sugar alcohols and all that stuff. And when I finally started to really hold myself accountable for the things I was eating, I started to feel better, I started to look better, and the scale started to move and the inches started to just melt off. Again, it's not only about weight. The weight, I mean, I know everybody wants to see the number to validate their results, but it's really about the inches, guys, and it's about how you feel. It's about healing yourself from the inside out, and that's what I've taken from this journey. So when I started listening in about the carnivore journey, it was basically what I've been trying to do. Like they were saying, it's going to help with inflammation. It's going to help heal. It's basically, you're going to heal your body on the inside with food and without the help of medication. I've been having a lot of arthritic issues. I have really bad sciatica. I have some arthritis in my knees. I have really bad anxiety issues. And it was all these things, and it was proven, I have like GI issues. So it was proven that this kind of going carnivore and eliminating all that stuff will help reduce it. So I was like, well, let me try it. I keep my carbs relatively low, no more than like 20 total carbs a day. And I was like, easy, right? It's not easy. It is not. I definitely underestimated how hard it was going to be. Yeah, you guys may have seen that day 1 of eating carnivore. It's really hard because while on carnivore, you have to eat until you are stuffed. And I'm not used to eating like that. You don't weigh anything. You don't track anything. You just sit down, you eat a big old plate of basically meat, and you eat until like you cannot eat anymore and go on. And then when you're hungry again, supposedly it helps you recognize hunger signs where it's like not like, are you hungry because you're bored, or is it because you're just thinking about food and you could eat, or are you just hungry for sure and it's time to actually sit down and eat? Like you kind of start to learn to be more in tune with your body. So yeah, I definitely didn't feel good for the first few days because the struggle for me was filling my plate like that and not watching portions, just because I've pretty much been told to watch portions my whole life. That's always like, you get this size, thumb size, so that filling that plate like that was really hard for me. I did say initially that I was going to have cheese, but the more I read on like Reddit posts and stuff like that, they said if you're really looking for weight loss you should really avoid dairy. So I just limit myself to like between 30 and 60 grams of heavy whipping cream a day just for my coffee, and that was it. So I have not had any cheese, and I will say this, I am not bloated at all. Dairy, like cheese, is a big culprit for me, and I think this is, I might have to do like a dairy-free cheese, but I definitely am learning now that I have to stay away from cheese. I might be able to have like a piece on a burger or something like that, piece of cheese on a burger, but for the most part, I can't just sit down and snack on it. I really have to stay away from cheese because it definitely, I can definitely feel a difference in my gut already. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Electrolytes are something that you really have to keep an eye on, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not that good with taking stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not very good at taking like electrolytes, and I had noticed like around the 2 o'clock feeling would kick in, and I would start to get a really bad headache. I would start to feel a little nauseous, and I would just start to feel really run down, and that's when I'm like, all right, it's time to make sure I take, you know, I guzzled down a couple bottles of, like I've been making unsweetened tea and then using the peach mango key nutrients electrolyte mix. It's not bad. People are like, I seen Leo was, I don't think it's bad at all. And I'm honest with you guys, I don't like drinking any of that stuff. It's not bad at all. It does leave a little like sediment on the bottom, and you swirl it around and drink it, but it works really quickly, and the taste isn't bad, and it's not like creamy like other ones that I've had. So out of all of them, I like to mix it with that tea and have them, and it's good. It works for me. I do recommend that. And it was affordable. I did pick it up off of Amazon. I have been really, I did this really strict. I know some people, each person's variation of carnivore is different. Like I said, some people, it's basically anything from an animal, by an animal, or whatever like that. So like I said, I mentioned it before, and there was kind of a debate, but some people do choose to use honey as a sweetener. I don't, because, you know, I'm more concerned about the carbs. This is from the research I have found. This isn't what I'm telling you to do. I don't want to get into this big debate. This is just what I've seen on the internet. I did not choose to use that, and I chose to keep it very simple carnivore. So as far as seasonings, I'm only using salt and a little bit of pepper, and that is it. I also have learned too, eggs are approved, but I did find that eggs do cause me to be a little bloated and a little inflamed. I was really surprised about that because I never noticed. And, you know, on the days that when I would like make myself eggs with something for like my first meal, I would notice that I would be like a little bloated and have a little bit of the bubble guts. It was weird. But when the days I didn't, where I just had like a nice cleaned up protein, like, you know, the other day I made salmon, or I had like a steak for breakfast one day, I was fine. So now I know, I think it's, people say it's the egg, the whites in the eggs that cause inflammation. So that's something, you know, to be mindful for myself. It's crazy how you start to kind of pick up on how your body reacts. Sweetener, I'm using like a liquid stevia and basically just water. I was told, I always thought you were supposed to drink a ton of water, and people were saying like, Danielle, you're drinking too much water, you're dehydrating yourself. So I have pulled back on that, you know, just making sure you know, I'm not thirsty, obviously, but it's not hard. And a lot of people, you know, it was kind of crazy because I was reading the comments, and I was kind of like in my feelings a little bit because I was getting a lot of negative feedback. Oh, I can't believe this. This is too much. You're changing your diet again. What happened to keto? This and like people were like coming for me all the time. And I was like, I'm challenging myself. I'm challenging myself to do, I mean, honestly, carnivore is basically the most strictest version of keto. You're having absolutely zero carbs. And it's funny because I'll watch other channels, and I discussed this on Instagram. I watch other channels, and I kind of read through the comments, and a lot of people who watch my stuff will watch other YouTubers, and I'll see them comment on these people's recipes, which their recipes they're claiming are keto, and they're just not. You know, the thing is I feel, and I've learned this because I've done it, you know, it's not easy losing weight, okay? And unfortunately, no matter what way of eating you choose, you're gonna have to push away from the table. And this is the cold hard truth. You're gonna have to say no. You're going to have to restrict yourself somewhere or another. Whether it's portion control or keto or Weight Watchers, there's still gonna have to be a restriction. You cannot eat and eat and eat all the heavy meals. Like you're not, you know, on an average day, You know, you're not gonna have a big ass omelet with bacon and cheese and all the fixings, and then for dinner, you're gonna make a, you know, cheesy, ooey, gooey, sloppy casserole and eat that until your heart's content. And then for dessert, you're gonna follow it up with a little bun cake, you know? And just because those things are labeled keto or they are including keto ingredients doesn't make them so, you know? And but then the comments are like, oh my God, yes, this is the best, you know, this is a great recipe, get. And it's, I mean, whatever, I wouldn't eat it. You know, I've had done that, yeah, but I'm not gonna go also on this person's video and be like, you're doing this wrong. This is, you know, you're really leading. They have to figure it out for themselves, like I've had to figure it out for myself, you know, and I had to own up for what I did wrong. But I wouldn't go on there and crucify or critique these people because I feel like they're leading you guys down the wrong path, you know? But, you know, also I'm challenging myself. Is carnivore something that I'm going to continue? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm finishing this because I said I was gonna finish it. And because so many people are betting against me on not finishing it, I'm gonna finish it just to prove people wrong because that's my personality. Am I gonna continue carnivore? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's just not realistic for me. It's not realistic for me. I like having, you know, even if it's at a limited amount of vegetables, I like them. I like to eat them. They're delicious to me. Aside from that, it's not only, it's the little bit of avocado that I miss. It's just the little things, the seasonings. You know, it's some of the things I cook with. You know, it's very limited. It's very limited, and it's hard. It's hard. It's definitely hard. It's easier right now because we are so busy with the basement and stuff like that, where I'm like, all right, let me just fry this roast up and throw it in the crock pot and I'll eat that and be good and go from there. Yes. But it's, you know, like today we're going to a barbecue and I'm like, oh my God, how are they going to prepare this food? Oh my God, am I going to be able to eat it? It's that issue for me. Whereas, you know, I don't have to worry about that just with keto, where I'm like, all right, you know, I could have me a nice protein and a little something here and there. So it is very restrictive, and I know that I'm doing it to the strictest way I could. I know a lot of people are going to be wondering results. I actually ended up gaining weight, which people warned me. So I started it, I was like 183, 184, and I ballooned up to like 189. And slowly now I'm back. I'm like this morning when I weighed in, I was like 182, 183, something like that, like 182.8 or something like that. So it's coming up. Is it like I expected, honestly, because I was reading, people were like, I lost 10 pounds in the first week. And I was like, sign me up. Because, you know, even though as much as I preach, you know, don't watch the scale, we all love to watch a dramatic weight loss. So, but they do say it takes like 2 weeks. So we'll see how this second week goes, and then we'll do like a total wrap up. Inches, I definitely feel a lot leaner. I feel a lot leaner. I feel a lot tighter. My stomach's definitely a lot flatter. Even Leo was like, man, your stomach looks real flat. And I was like, what do you want? But no, it does. I definitely do feel it. I feel like my skin looks a lot better. I definitely feel the energy burst. Like I'm up by 4 a.m. now, and I'm up until like 10:30, 11 o'clock, which is really late for me. I've always been an early riser, but I'm usually in bed by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So it's kind of cool, like, to have that little burst of energy. It's that midday feeling like crap thing that really aggravates me and then kind of like makes me feel unwell. But, you know, would I recommend it? I mean, I think it's good to challenge yourself. I think it's good to see how it goes, you know, but it's definitely a learning curve. You're really relearning, because even while on keto, I still would, you know, watch my protein. All right, this is 8 ounces, because you still want to be in a deficit. On carnivore, there's no deficit. You could eat until what you want. I would like to do more of a dirty carnivore. I think that would be like pretty legit. But I think what I'm gonna do is just go back to traditional keto and, you know, counting my whole carbs and just eating that way. Luckily, you know, we're wrapping up the basement. I'll be able to get back into the gym and stuff like that. But I definitely wanted to challenge myself, and we'll do like a whole like I think it's going to be like a full 2 weeks that we will be on carnivore, that I can give like an update and do kind of like a whole weight loss thing, inches thing, and like how I'm eating and stuff like that. But it's definitely not easy. People do it and make it realistic. I mean, yeah, for sure. It's just, it's, you know, I think maybe if I didn't do it as strict, I probably could be better. But, and I've watched other people where they're, you know, they eat a lot more variation, where I'm just like a protein, and season it with salt, and that's it, you know, and that's kind of just what I've been doing. And I haven't eaten out or anything like that. But I do miss just kind of, I miss counting and stuff like that too. I like, because I feel like I have a little bit more control, and with the eating, like piling on your plate, like it's just, it's mental. This whole thing is mental for me. And that's where it is. It's a mental struggle. It's a mental struggle of eating until I am like stuffed. It's a mental struggle to fill my plate with so much meat and not see a vegetable. It's just very much it's in my head. It's very much in my head, and it's something that it's like I learned this whole process. I still weigh out my creamer and my coffee because I just have to. But it's hard. And if you guys are doing this, are you guys struggling with that like I am? I am going to keep going because I made this promise to you guys, and I'm gonna do it. But I also want to just like remind you guys that like, even though like I'm behind this camera, I'm still just Danielle. I'm still just, you know, the girl, a mom. I'm still just a wife. I'm a normal person who just chooses to be insane and document her life behind a camera and share her life with you guys, because, you know, for a long time I was really lonely, and I needed to find out, like I needed to have something of my own. And Daniela Diaries is mine. It's something I made, I created, and nobody could take it from me. And I love this. I love this community. I love all the people. Like, you guys mean the world to me. You guys are my legit friends, you know? And when I see all this negativity coming towards me, I think people forget that, you know, and I try not to respond because I just don't like doing that. You know, I try not to decipher tone either, but I also think people need to realize that I'm not the one, you know? And, you know, I never would go on here and disrespect people because my mother taught me better than that. But you could only poke a sleeping bear for so long, you know? And it's pretty unnecessary to be so hard on someone who's just, I mean, the reason honestly too I was doing this is because I know so many people were like, man, I've been really thinking of trying it. All right, I'll try it. I'll do it. I'll be the guinea pig for you guys. I got you. Let me try it for you, and I'll tell you if it's worth it or not. Same thing with buying certain groceries or trying out certain products. Let me try it. Let me waste my money. And if it's good, then you go ahead and if it's not, then I'll let you know. You know what I mean? It's just, because that's what friends would do. Like, that's what I would do for my friends. All right, well, you don't know what to wear? Let me go outside. Let me see what the weather is for you, and I'll let you know if you should do it. You know, it's just like doing a solid for a friend, you know? And it's definitely not easy. It's definitely not easy. This is definitely not easy. Leo's like, are you sick of meat yet? No, I am not sick of any meat yet. Leo is actually sick of eating all the meat. He's like, I need like a salad or something. And I was like, what the hell? I'm okay. I'm okay, because I'm full, you know, and I'm just like, nah, I'm fine, you know. What I do miss is the variation in beverages. I miss, yeah, it's definitely, I went and bought some Zevia pop because people said I can have that. So I bought that, which was really expensive. It's definitely the variation in beverages, and it's definitely like, cause it's nice out and we're going to barbecues, and it's like, I don't drink a lot, but like on a hot day and stuff like that, I'm like, man, I could really go for one of those mango Trulies, but I can't, you know? Whereas if I was just keto, I would just account for all of it and move on, you know? Those are the things, those are the little things, but I definitely feel like I'm challenging myself, and it's definitely something I never thought I could do, because I am the biggest carb junkie that you will ever meet. And to go to 0 carbs, like I keep quoting the brother from Step Brothers. What was the brother from Step Brothers? The one that everybody, what's his name?
Derek.
Yeah, I keep quoting Derek from Step Brothers when he lifts up his shirt and he's like, and he like hits his flat stomach. He's like, I haven't had a carb in 6 months. And I keep like pulling up my shirt and showing him like my pancita, and I'm like slapping it. It's all hollow because it's like, you know, chubby. And I'm like, I haven't had a carb in 6 days. And I was like, okay. Oh, but Leo's doing really good. He's dropping weight. I don't know. But yeah, so that's the update, my friends. I'll keep you guys updated. This week, we're going to do a couple full days of carnivore as well. Just to give you guys some ideas, we're going to do some smoking and some grilling. It's really warm here. It's gotten really warm here really quickly. We usually don't see 90-degree weather until end of June, like early July, and for it to be May already, and we're already this hot in Chicago is unheard of. So we're going to be grilling a lot. We're almost finished up with the basement. I'm hoping that we will be done. I gave Leo the cutoff on Memorial Day, and I'm praying that that's the case. I'm hoping. But we are getting there. We're adding like the final touches to the living area and knocking it out. So it's been really, really busy, but it's good. Life's good. Life's good. Carnivore is not the easiest. I mean, yeah, it's hard. It's definitely a challenge. It is a challenge for sure. Oh, also I wanted to say, I haven't been checking my ketones at all. I checked them the first day. Maybe we'll check them in another video. I haven't checked them, to be honest. Maybe I'll check them right now and see what they are. Yeah. You know what? Let me go get the thing and I'll check it. Hold on. All right. So first things first is we're going to check the ketones here. Right. I'm kind of interested in seeing what they are too. I know that people say it kicks you out when you're on carnivore, so let's see. Oh shit, 1.3. Hell yeah. That's a good number. Okay. So we're in pure ketosis. Let's see what our glucose is. All right, here's glucose. 95. Oh, well, there we go. So we can be in ketosis on carnivore. That is the Keto Mojo too. If you guys want to check it out, I have a link down below so you guys can check it out. But yeah, I guess the numbers are good. I know you guys are probably like, Danielle, where you got clothes? I got clothes on, guys. It's just like a little two-piece thing. But yeah, so that's the update. We'll see you guys on the next one. If you guys are new, please subscribe. I would love to have you. And if you guys have been here with me, thanks for vibing with me, being a part of the crew. I love you guys. And I'm out of here. So I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, friends.